Morning, guys. How you doing? I'm just walking out to the deck. Give you guys a little recap of this past week. Your weekly commissioner's report. Let's see. Sit on down here. So, I'm all smiles. Why, you ask? Well, you see, I lost this week to what is known as the worst team in the league. They were winless. The Cleveland Steamers, Michael Bracco. And he did it from Myrtle Beach. I'm a little teed about that he did it not even while he was home. So congrats, Mr. Bracco. You got yourselves a win. There's only one way to beat me, though, it seems. If you recall, my first loss of the season happened when Ryan had Eli Manning score 50 points, more than 50 points. Bracco had Ahmad Bradshaw score 40 points. Without Jamal Charles against the Saints, that would have been the highest. He's the second highest running back total of the year now. So you need that outstanding moment in order to beat me. I'm not saying it can't happen, but that's what you're looking for if you're going to beat me. So I'm 3-2. I do have the fourth highest point total of the league. Fourth highest. I think it's third highest, actually. Yes, it's third highest. It goes point total wise. It goes Ryan, sitting down there in Texas, a little ill this week, so I hope you're getting better, Ryan. But at the same time, you are the point total ranking leader, and you've done it, I have to say, impressively. Even though my cousin has made one waiver wire move, you've made none. You have made zero waiver wire moves. Your draft status, your draft team is still 100% together, and you've scored the most points in the league. I've made 20 moves. Joe has made 12. Bracco's made 15. Even Dana has made 11 moves on the waiver wire. Ryan, you've made zero. I gotta say, 3-2. Now, you do score 150 points one week, and then you score 50 points the next week, or 80 points, or whatever it is. So consistency is lacking a little bit on your team, but hey, 644 points. No one can beat that right now. Joe is number one in the league, 4-1. Joseph Martinez, Mr. Charles in charge. Jamal Charles and company. Now, I ranked Jamal Charles third highest. I beat Matthew Berry's ranking, and I knew, even despite the Baltimore Ravens defense, that Jamal Charles was going to be the entire offense for the Chiefs. And he proved so. So let's just do a little Week 5 recap. Yes, I lost to the Cleveland Steamers. And had Ahmad Bradshaw gotten 199 yards instead of the 200 yards, I would have won. I would have won by 2, but I would have won. Can't play the what-if game, though, right? So, Bracco, you still win. Ryan, 148 points. That was the second highest of the week. You beat Jimmy, who scored 94 points. I'm a little disappointed in Jimmy's team. I thought he was slightly better than that. Maybe he'll rebound. He's 2-3, and it's a deceiving 2-3, I'll tell you. Charles in charge. You beat Dana. Joe beat Dana 118-48. That was the blowout of the week. And Adam, you beat Jay 100-97. You know, we're give or take here the decimal points. But you did win by 3 points there. And I don't know. I'm clicking on the button to find out who it was that put you over the top. I think you had to wait till Monday night. But regardless, Adam is 3-2, much just like Jeff, myself, Michael, my cousin, and Ryan. We're all 3-2. We're second through sixth. Nobody who is, if you're not in the playoffs at this point, if you're out of the playoff bracket, you don't have a winning record. You're 2-3 or worse. That would be Jimmy, Jay, Bracco, and Dana. And then my cousin Michael had the highest points total of the week at 154. He beat Jeff at 129. Now, he had the game won after Sunday night, and then Arian Foster just exploded all over it, making that just blowing him out. Now, I don't know if you guys have looked at this, but if you go by your point total at the end of the week, and I don't remember where it says final, it says recap. Now, if some of you have looked at it, you'll see some of the stats for your game that week, some season stats. It's funny because even though Bracco had Ahmad Bradshaw score 40 points, my running backs beat his running backs. The problem there was Drew Brees had an outstanding game as well, and Peyton Manning, who had a really good game, wasn't as good as Drew Brees' game. And then Bracco had Percy Harvin, who looked like a running back last week, scored 25 points, while my best receiver was 15 points, which is still pretty outstanding from a wide receiver. But 25 from Percy Harvin, can't do much about that. So if you look at that, it'll tell you a little couple of stats. An interesting stat actually is if you played every team every week, meaning if how your score racks up with the rest of the league. The record I would have had that occurred would be 30-18. Now, obviously, this is not going to occur, but it's a good measurement to how good your team is. 30-18 against the entire league, the entire season thus far. The next best, I think, was Joe, who had 27 victories, and then Adam, I think, had 26 victories. So that was as good as you're going to get. That's kind of a good projection measure, I think, which is why the projections have me at number 1, while Joe at number 2, but we're tied at 9-4. I think I have the tiebreaker on points based on projections. So leading up to week 6, fellas, it's going to be an exciting week again. Can't wait for it to start. Pittsburgh and Tennessee on Thursday. I can't say I'm going to have Chris Johnson play this Thursday. I almost had him play this week, but a good thing I didn't. Ryan Matthews all the way, right there. Yeah, I'm not on the depth chart, whatever. So, I'm playing Jeff. Jeff, I don't know what you're going to do for a defense because you don't have the Bears this week, and I might be grateful for it, but you don't have the Bears this week. And the best defense I saw on the waiver wire was St. Louis. And guess who picked them up? Dana. Dana, who is on the waiver wire this year. He's 1-4, and he doesn't want to be. So I'll give Dana credit. He's doing his damnedest to get out of the cellar. I'm not saying it's impossible, Dana, to make the playoffs, but keep up the good work and keep up the waiver wire in order to do it. Ryan Matthews, that was a great pickup for Ryan Williams, I should say, but him getting hurt didn't help you out. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I played Jeff. Ryan plays Joe. That sets off their rivalry. I got to say, I'd like to pick Joe in this game, but when Ryan scores 151 week and 80 the next week, you just don't know what you're going to get. So Ryan could win this. Then the Cleveland Steamers and Bracco, I think you should keep the name because, look, as soon as you change the name, you get a victory. So why mess with a streak, I guess? Huh? One in a row. You play Jimmy and roster baiting, and it's going to be tough. If you do beat Jimmy, and I think actually Bracco Jimmy is the matchup of the week. If you do beat Jimmy, it's going to put him at 2-4 and put you at 2-4. And the game after you is also is Jay and my cousin, which I think my cousin wins. So that would put Jay at 2-4, and you guys would all be 2-4, but none of you would be in the playoffs yet. Because even with Jeff probably losing to me, he's going to be 3-3. But you'll be a game behind him. So yeah, Jay plays my cousin Michael, and my cousin's team is just every week gets more points. Michael Crabtree gets better. Victor Cruz scores 3 touchdowns. And he's got Matt Ryan, which I kind of slept on in the draft. I think a lot of us slept on Matt Ryan in the draft. I think 2 Mattiellos, possibly 2 Mattiellos in the top 2 this year. We'll see how that goes. And then Dana, you play Adam. I was gonna make the joke where Adam has a bye week, but Dana, you've been doing pretty good, and I don't wanna upset you. You're 1-4, but you're trying, so I'll give you that. I got to give you an E for effort. Like I said, you've been all over the way. You snaked Robert Meacham. I was looking at him since Sunday. Darius Hayward-Bay, he's going to come back from a concussion, so that's a decent pickup. Jeff Funny drops Antonio Holmes for Nate Washington. Jay, your Phil Dawson pickup. I don't know. Way to get a kicker. But it's exciting stuff going on here. Again, check out the recap stats under your final score. And Jeff, I'm coming for you, dude. I mean, I hope you're not mad when you're 3-3, because you still will be in the playoffs. If I had to project this week, it's probably going to be now. Here's the other matchup of the week is probably Joe and Ryan, because they're 1-2 technically, but Joe could have 2 losses, and then it would be 6 weeks. No, we'd have 2 losses on everybody, at least 2 losses on everybody. So this is, like I said earlier in the season, this is a tight season. The parity is amazing. You definitely got to score a lot of points. You can't be hanging around at 100 points. Adam, I'm disappointed in your guys as much as you are, I'm sure, but at least you got the victory. Because you're playing Dana, so hopefully he doesn't get like 112 or you get 110, because that's how Dana beat Bracco. But yeah, as I'm reading the stats down, it's 3 in a row, by the way, for Joe. I had to say he's the highest winning streak of the season so far at 3 in a row. And no one else has gotten more than 2 in a row, which again is a testament to the parity. So good luck this week, guys. Don't forget Tennessee and Pittsburgh is Thursday night, and I should talk to you guys soon. And don't be afraid to call and hang out. I will see you guys later. Have a good week.